Welcome to The Explainer. Look, today we're absolutely dismantling a myth that's probably held you back for way too long. I mean, think about it. 20 years ago, starting a business meant you needed a massive bank loan, a brick-and-mortar storefront, and honestly, a whole lot of luck. But today, those barriers to entry have been completely obliterated. We're going to dive into 7 high-demand, digital-age business strategies that rely entirely on your skills, not your savings. Let's get right into it.
So, do you really need millions to start a business? It's kind of the ultimate gatekeeper question, right? It's the exact thing holding most people back from generating their own independent income. And hey, it's a completely understandable fear. But the reality of today's digital landscape is just wildly different. We're talking about businesses you can launch on an absolute shoestring budget. All you really need is solid planning, consistency, and a strong work ethic to turn these tiny operations into massive, massive companies.
Just look at the contrast for a second. The old way? It demanded physical factories, leasing expensive office spaces, and locking down massive upfront capital before you could even dream of making your first sale. But the new way? It demands exactly 3 things: a laptop, an internet connection, and high-income skills. The leverage is completely shifted away from capital and straight over to knowledge. You absolutely do not need huge investments anymore. You just need the right mindset and the right tools.
Here's our roadmap for this explainer. First up, the investment myth. Second, high-demand digital services. Third, content and software businesses. Fourth, the 5 golden rules. And finally, time for action.
Moving right along to Section 2, high-demand digital services.
First up on the list is the AI automation agency. You know, it's crazy, but large companies are still incredibly slow to adapt, and that leaves a massive, gaping hole for agile freelancers to step in. By mastering just some basic AI workflows, think things like automating customer support, content writing, or churning out email sequences, you aren't just selling a basic service. You're selling massive cost savings and pure efficiency. It's an absolutely brilliant arbitrage opportunity, and the best part, you can manage the whole shebang entirely from your laptop.
Now, once you realize that literally every local clinic, every school, and every new brand needs an online presence, website development becomes an obvious goldmine. But listen, the real secret here isn't that initial build fee. No way. It's that a single website launch opens the door for highly lucrative, recurring monthly maintenance and search engine optimization retainers. It's brilliant. You build it once, and then you get paid month after month to keep it optimized and running smoothly.
Okay, so once that beautiful website is built, what's your client's immediate next problem? Well, getting foot traffic, of course. And this is exactly where a digital marketing agency comes in. By mastering specific ad platforms like Facebook, Google, and Instagram, you get to directly control a company's customer acquisition. I mean, think about it. If you can reliably buy attention at a profit, you become completely indispensable to any business. That basically secures your own highly profitable long-term operation.
All right, let's pivot to Section 3, content and software businesses.
Say you want to move away from dealing with individual clients. You're going to want to transition over to scalable assets, starting with the educational content business. By packaging up your own expertise into online courses or ebooks or PDFs, you literally decouple your time from your income. You're tapping into this massive, constantly growing market of global learners. And the beauty of it? It allows you to sell the exact same digital asset infinitely.
Now, what if you want to build an audience at scale, but you'd really prefer to stay totally behind the scenes? Well, the Faceless YouTube channel is your ultimate blueprint. Success here really boils down to 4 distinct pillars: deep research, original scripting, AI voiceovers, and really sharp video editing. If you can nail those 4 things, you unlock ad revenue, sponsorships, and affiliate marketing, and you literally never have to step in front of a camera.
Next up, we have SaaS, or software as a service. And look, you absolutely do not need to build the next Facebook here. The modern playbook is all about micro SaaS. That means building a simple, hyper-niche online tool that solves one very specific headache for a specific type of user. Sure, the upfront build is pretty intensive, you'll need some programming knowledge or a solid developer partner, but man, those recurring monthly subscriptions, they create ultimate long-term financial stability.
Ultimately, though, the absolute highest leverage asset you can build in the digital age is a personal brand. Think about how we shop today. Consumers absolutely trust individuals way more than faceless corporations. By consistently sharing really valuable insights on platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, or Instagram, you build this impenetrable moat of trust. And that trust, it seamlessly unlocks things like high-ticket consulting, sponsorships, and honestly, effortless product launches. It's a real game changer.
Moving on to Section 4, the 5 golden rules.
Okay, before you jump in and start any of the businesses we just talked about, you have got to follow this exact sequence of rules. Rule 1. Understand market demand. Rule 2. Invest in skills. Rule 3. Start small, but commit to improving daily. Rule 4. Give massive value to your customers. And Rule 5. Avoid shortcuts. Seriously, completely ignore those get-rich-quick schemes. A sustainable business is always built on a solid foundation of trust and high quality.
I actually want to pause on rule number 2 for just a second, because it brilliantly illustrates why investing in your own education is literally the safest business move you can make. The saying goes, skills are an asset no one can steal. And it's so true. Markets crash, software becomes completely obsolete, trends fade away, but the high-income skills you develop, whether that's coding or marketing or AI automation, those stay with you. They allow you to pivot and rebuild no matter what the economy throws at you.
And that brings us to Section 5, time for action. At the end of the day, the only real difference between those who succeed in the digital economy and those who just kind of watch from the sidelines is execution. It's not some secret inheritance, it's not magic. It's simply taking action. Remember, building a business starts with the right mindset, not massive funding. If you dedicate yourself to mastering just one of the skills we discussed today and you execute on it consistently, your reality could look entirely different a year from now.
So I'm going to leave you with this final thought. Stop waiting for the perfect moment. Stop waiting to save up some massive safety net or trying to secure a huge bank loan. The digital age has completely removed the gatekeepers. Look back over the AI agencies, the web development, the content creation, the software models. Which of these 7 skills are you going to start learning today? The blueprint is sitting right in front of you. Now it's your turn to build.